I remember the exact moment it clicked. The second I merged with my future self, everything changed. Opportunities started showing up without effort. Not because I visualized harder, but because I stopped pretending I wasn't already him. There's a technique for this, almost no one talks about it. And once you learn how to do it, manifestation becomes inevitable. So the real question is, are you ready to disappear so you can finally arrive? You see, Neville Goddard said, to be transformed, the whole basis of your thoughts must change. And that change doesn't begin with action. It begins with identity, with the state you occupy. The truth is, there's no future version of you. There's only a version you're either being right now or you're not. And until you abandon the idea that your desire is out there, in the distance, you'll keep imagining it as something to chase. And your reality will reflect that. Neville said, change your conception of yourself and you will automatically change the world in which you live. That's the technique. That's the secret. You merge by assuming the feeling of being that version now, not by force, but by faith. It's not a game of pretending. It's not about tricking your mind. It's about embodying the new state with such finality that the old you feels like a dream you woke up from. You don't attract your desires. You identify with them. You become the person who already has what you used to want. And the outer world conforms, not because you made it, but because it has no choice. Neville said, all transformation begins with an intense, burning desire to be transformed. You must want to be different before you can begin to change yourself. So the question isn't how to get the life you want. The question is, are you willing to die to who you've been? Because when you finally say, I am that, and mean it, the old self disappears, and the world simply rearranges itself to reflect the new one. Now a question might come to your mind. How do I actually do this? Because you've already tried so many techniques. You watch a lot of videos where people share different methods. Some talk about visualization, some use affirmations, others do scripting or make vision boards, and all of it leaves you feeling confused. Everyone is sharing what worked for them based on their personal experience. For example, I personally like guided visualizations, and even within that, there's a specific type I find especially effective. It's the kind where you merge with your future identity. Now, let's talk about how you actually merge with that future version of yourself. First, find a quiet space where you can sit in complete silence. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and begin by focusing on your breath. Inhale slowly, and exhale. Let go of any tension, letting your body relax with each breath. With each inhale, you're grounding yourself deeper into the present moment. And with each exhale, you're releasing any distractions, anything that pulls you out of this state. Now, let your body relax completely. Feel your muscles soften. Let your mind quiet down, and prepare to move into your inner world. Once you feel settled, imagine the future version of you, the you that already has everything you desire. See them clearly, standing about 20 feet away from you. Notice everything about them. The way they stand, the way they carry themselves. See the wealth around them, maybe a big house, a luxurious car, and the health you've always wanted. Perhaps they have a loving partner by their side or a specific physique you've dreamed of. Really focus on what they have, because this is the version of you who already possesses everything you're striving for. See them living in abundance, happiness, and fulfillment. Take a moment to feel the emotions that come up as you observe them: pride, satisfaction, joy. Let these feelings fill you, because this is the vibration of your desire already fulfilled. Now, step into the image of that future self. It's not about watching them, it's about becoming them. See yourself merging with this version of you. You are no longer separate. You are now one. Feel their confidence, their strength, their health, their happiness flowing into you. Neville Goddard once said, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and it will harden into fact. This is that assumption. As you merge with this future self, know that you are becoming them, not just imagining them. Feel it in your body as if it's already yours. Stand in their shoes, breathe in their air, live in their world. The more you do this, the more real it becomes. Hold that feeling for a few moments. Let it saturate your entire being. You are no longer trying to become this person, you are this person. And once you have merged completely, take a deep breath. As you exhale, gently bring yourself back to the present moment, carrying that new identity with you. You are now living from that version of you. This is the technique. This is the shift. And as Neville said, your assumptions, if persisted in, will harden into fact. From this moment forward, live as the person you've just become. Everything you want is already within you. You just need to remember who you truly are. Now, this is how you can manifest your desired outcome quickly. Just do this twice a day, once when you wake up and the second time right before you fall asleep. Doing this helps focus your mind in a particular direction, making it easier for you to manifest your desire effortlessly. When you do this daily, after a few days, you'll start moving along a path that leads you toward your desired reality. It will shift your habits, and those changes will eventually transform your reality. And when that happens, looking back, you'll see how these little things shaped your life. I think many people don't enter the state where their desires are already fulfilled on a regular basis. They don't stay in that state consistently. They might do it today, tomorrow, and then, when doubts or desperation creep in, they give up. Then they start watching videos again, wondering what they can do, what the effortless way is. Well, the only effortless way is to change your state of being. You do this by consistently imagining from the place of your fulfilled desire. You might get pumped up and enter that state today, but after a few days, if you can't sustain it, you'll fall back into old habits. And that's exactly what you shouldn't do. That's what's holding you back. You need to go all in. I was watching a short video where a speaker asked his audience to raise their hands. The audience did. Then he said, raise them a bit higher, and they did. Then he asked, why didn't you raise your hand this high the first time I asked? This is what you need to understand. People are not fully committed. They keep wavering. It's like trying to travel with one foot in two boats. You can't go anywhere that way. You have to get in one boat if you want to cover the distance. Similarly, you can imagine and enter that state once today, but if the next moment you fall back into your previous state, those weren't actual changes. The moment you go back, you haven't made the change yet. The truth is, manifestation isn't a passive process. It's not about waiting for something external to happen to you. It's about shifting who you are at the deepest level, about changing the core of your being. And that change begins with your identity. You see, you cannot manifest what you don't identify with. And the moment you step fully into the person you are meant to be, the person you already are in that higher state, everything around you begins to adjust to that new vibration. It can't not. Now, I want you to really think about this for a moment. Imagine you're walking into a room where everyone has an aura. You enter, and the energy shifts. People start noticing you. Not because you're forcing yourself to be noticed, but because you're vibrating at a frequency that's impossible to ignore. That's the energy you want to embody. But here's the kicker, you've been doing this already. You've been assuming states your whole life, but most of the time, you've been assuming the state of lack, fear, and doubt. You've assumed the state of I don't have it yet. The moment you change that assumption, when you switch into the identity of someone who already has everything they desire, that's when the magic happens. The world will reflect back to you exactly what you believe yourself to be. This is not some abstract philosophy, it's a law. When you truly identify with the version of yourself that has everything you want, you begin to move differently. You talk differently. You think differently. You make decisions based on that new self. And in doing so, the world reshapes itself in ways you can't even predict yet. And that's what makes Neville's teachings so powerful. They take you out of the abstract world of what if and ground you in the reality of it's already done. You no longer need to worry about how or when things will happen. You're no longer concerned with external circumstances because you've already become the person who has everything. You start living in the end result, not in the process of getting there. But I know, for many of you, this might feel like an impossible task. You might be asking, how can I just shift into this new identity so quickly? And my answer is simple, it starts with a decision. You have to decide that you are no longer the person you were. You have to decide that the old version of you no longer serves you. You have to choose that the new version of you, the version who already has everything, is who you are right now. There's a certain power in that decision. It's a shift in consciousness that leads to a shift in reality. The most powerful thing you can do is stop waiting for the world to change and instead change yourself first. As you step into this new identity, you'll notice how the universe begins to rearrange itself. Opportunities will find you effortlessly. People will treat you differently. Your environment will begin to reflect the new you. You might be thinking, that sounds too simple. Can it really work? And the answer is yes. It works because it's rooted in truth. You are not separate from your desires. They are you. They are already a part of you. And the moment you step into the identity of the person who already has them, you close the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Now, it's time to solidify this shift. Once you've merged with that future self, once you've stepped into the feeling of having everything you desire, you must live from that place consistently. It's not enough to do this once or twice and hope for change. Manifestation is a process of persistence. It requires you to show up every day as that person, not in the distant future, but in the present moment. Let's take a deeper dive into how to make this process stick. Once you've merged with your future self, the next step is to reinforce it daily. As soon as you wake up, before you even get out of bed, revisit that feeling. Connect with that version of you. Remember who you are. That's your foundation for the day. Then, at night, before you fall asleep, revisit it again. As Neville said, you must persist in the assumption of the wish fulfilled. It's like planting seeds. Each day, you're watering those seeds by immersing yourself in the state of the wish fulfilled, allowing it to grow naturally. But here's the most crucial part. When you persist in this new state, you'll start to notice changes. At first, it might feel small. It might be a shift in how people interact with you, or a small opportunity that shows up seemingly out of nowhere. But over time, those small changes will snowball into something much bigger. You will see your reality shift in ways that seem almost magical. But don't wait for the world to change first. Change yourself first. Remember, Neville's teachings aren't about waiting for the world to make you feel a certain way. They're about you assuming that state of fulfillment right now. And as you do that, your reality will mirror it back to you. Now, I know you've probably been told to just visualize or just affirm. And while those methods can help, they are only effective when done from the state of the wish fulfilled. If you're still holding on to doubts or thinking that your desire is out there, visualization and affirmations will feel forced and ineffective. The key is merging with that version of yourself who already has it. As you move through the day, ask yourself, how would the person I've merged with act in this situation? Would they feel fear, or would they know that everything is already unfolding perfectly? Would they hesitate, or would they trust the process? Would they worry, or would they move with confidence and ease? This is the key to effortless manifestation. The more you embody that version of yourself, the more effortless everything becomes. Life becomes an unfolding of opportunities, relationships, and experiences that match the new you. You're no longer chasing after anything. You're living from a place of total alignment with your desires. And remember, this doesn't require you to change the world. It requires you to change your internal world. As Neville said, it's not what you do, it's what you believe. The moment you believe that you are already the person you desire to be, the world has no choice but to reflect that belief. So now I'll leave you with this final thought. Are you ready to step into that identity fully? Are you ready to disappear from who you've been so you can finally arrive at who you truly are? The world is waiting for you to claim your new identity. And the moment you do, everything will change. If you're ready to begin this journey and make the shift into your future self, start by taking just 5 minutes today to connect with that version of you. Begin to embody their feelings and see how your life starts to change. Let me know in the comments how this shift feels for you. And if you want more techniques like this to unlock your true potential, don't forget to subscribe. I will meet you with another golden nugget. Happy manifesting.